Anyone looking for a foolproof way to reach happiness and fulfillment, I promise, as difficult as it may seem in the modern age, and as impossible at times it may seem, there is a foolproof method. Now, anyone who is struggling to reach happiness or fulfillment are struggling with the feelings of jealousy, envy, a lack of confidence, and or a lack of gratitude. And what we must realize is that these feelings only exist outside of a true relationship with God. Now, in a true relationship with God, what inevitably one will come to understand is that these feelings only stem directly from things that God has asked humanity to refrain from. Now, all these feelings stem from either pursuing idolatry or coveting what other people have. These are two commandments directly from the original 10 commandments, which God asked humanity to refrain from. Now, God did this intentionally, understanding that when we humans look at others and we are jealous of their physical gifts that they were given at birth, or we're jealous and envious of the family of wealth that they were born into, what God understood is that by feeling these ways about other people would set ourselves up for disappointment. But furthermore, what God also understood is that we would be using these examples and we would use these as justifications for why we don't have what we desire or want. And the truth is, we often do this to make it feel impossible to accomplish our dreams and our goals, and so we use jealousy and envy to make excuses as to why other people have the things that we want. Now, surrendering yourself to God in a true relationship with Him and His Word will immediately do a few things. First, by rejecting idols and idolatry and resisting the temptation to covet what others have, this immediately will result in ending jealousy and envy for others and what they have. Now, when there's no more jealousy or envy, this creates opportunity because you're no longer distracted on the comparisons of what other people's were given at birth or the families that they were born into, and there's no longer this feeling of impossibility. So thus, in your mind, you can create the feeling of opportunity. And when you have that feeling of opportunity, you can stay focused on that opportunity and put forth effort and actions towards that goal every single day that inevitably will lead to the result that you were looking for. And in reflection, Jesus, the happiest person who ever lived, did not need any material value or social value to feel good about himself or happy. In reality, all Jesus needed was a relationship with God the Father and his local community, his inevitable followers, which then allowed him to be happy. So when you really put it in perspective, if we can start off every single day realizing and understanding that we should be grateful for the opportunity to exist at all, and we just put that in perspective first, well, then we can realize that every day we get the opportunity to build and create a life that we love. The current day might be difficult, the current day might be messy, but if we work hard, we can use our imagination to literally do anything it is that we want, and there's nothing we haven't been able to do as of yet. Humanity keeps proving that anything we put our minds to is possible. But we must recognize that happiness leads to success. It's not success that leads to happiness.